Hi everyone, in this week's tech tip, we're going to be exploring how we can create virtual calming spaces to really kind of just create a calming tone in our classroom. This is a really great way to help students reset between classes or transition between tasks, engage in reflection, and even stay focused during independent work. So you can see here on our tech tip, we have a couple of different resources linked for you. These four resources are basically ready-made resources that you can kind of turnkey and use tomorrow. You can see here, this first link is going to take you to a series of guided meditation videos. Here you're going to find some really soothing sounds and relaxing music with some calming visuals. These are all visual relaxation exercises and links. And here, this live cam is going to take you to a website that has a ton of different live cams of animals, which could be, something that's fun for students to explore. All of the resources that we're looking at today could be, propped up on your smart board where you have different things going on in the class at the same time, or this could be something that you could post on your Google Classroom. What we're going to be spending time looking at in our screencast is how we can actually create our very own virtual calming room that really kind of creates a calming visual along with some soothing audio, along with some very specific prompts that we can place on the board that might help students kind of, remain on task. So to get started, you're going to click here to make a copy of our template, and it's going to take you into a template that looks just like this. So just so that you can see how this template works, the first thing that we have are some ready-made calming rooms. So if we click here to go to that section, these are all calming rooms that were made by Teachers Using Tech, which is a great website that I often use. And these are all ready-made virtual calming rooms around the four seasons. I like these because all of the things are linked in already. The sounds, the audio, the visuals are all there. But you don't necessarily have the ability to customize these because these are pre-made. So just to show you really quickly, if I wanted to look at, for example, a spring room, you could click on spring room, and this is going to take you to that virtual room, very peaceful. And let's say I was really, into these birds here, I would click on that, and that would take me to a calming video of birds, etc. So you can see these are kind of just ready made. Now, if you're interested in creating your very own, then what we're going to do is we're actually going to go to slide number 3, which is going to be a template that has everything that you need to kind of customize. We also have some resources for you to refer to at the bottom. So if we look at this, you can see that this is very similar to the templates that you have, that you found with the other virtual calming rooms that are pre-made. The biggest difference here is that we created a designated area that acts as a text box for you to kind of very explicitly put the prompts that you want students to do. So if you're using this to help students kind of stay on task during independent work, etc., it is very helpful to kind of very explicitly lay out what those expectations are for what they should be doing at that time. So a couple things that I want to show you. Let's say, for example, I wanted to link a video to this window, similar to how I saw in the other pre-made template. Basically, what you would do is you would go to YouTube. Let's say you find a video that you like. You could go ahead and copy the link to that video. And when you go into your calming space, the way that you can make a link is simply by clicking on whatever object. It could be a text box, an object, whatever it is that you want to create the link for. And if you use the keyboard shortcut of holding down Control and the letter K at the same time, it's going to say, okay, well, what link do you want to paste? We're just going to do Control V to paste that link from YouTube, and boom, this automatically becomes a link. If you want to embed the video directly into the Google slide, that's basically a little bit different. So this I like to do specifically if I want to put a timer on the board for students. This is how I would do that. I would click on insert and I can go to video. And what this does is it takes me directly to YouTube. So let's say I'm looking for a 10-minute timer. If I type in 10-minute timer and I go ahead and I click on that, this is automatically going to embed the video into my Google slide. Now I have the ability to say, maybe I want to put that right on the board, or maybe I want to kind of make it a little bit smaller and put it in the corner, right? When you click on the video and you go to format options, you can actually choose what point the video starts at and stops at. You could also choose if the video plays automatically or if students have to click on it in order for it to play. Again, if you're using this as just as a resource to put on the board, you don't necessarily have to do that, but that's just a quick FYI if you want to embed the video into the Google slide. Now, in terms of all of the objects and the visuals, I do also want to just quickly point your direction to these two resources that we have here. This first one is going to take you to a slide deck that is filled with a ton of different backgrounds for different rooms. So if you don't want to use this one and you want to customize your own, feel free to just copy and paste any of those backgrounds that you find in this slide. This next resource here is actually an entire library of tons and tons of objects, ranging from windows to chairs to animals to boards, all different things that you might want to populate your room with and really kind of customize for yourself. Those are there so that you don't have to kind of spend a lot of time searching for that on Google. Last thing that I am going to show you is how to add audio to your slide. So for example, when you have this on for students, if you want audio to play in the background, I would recommend using a Chrome extension called Chrome Audio Capture. Now, what I really like about this, and again, that Chrome extension is linked right here for you. What this does is it essentially kind of records the audio that's coming out from your browser. It's not using your microphone. So I like to use this if I find, for example, like background music on YouTube that I really like and I want to use and input into my Google Slides so that it plays in the background. So what I do is I start off by going to the YouTube video that has the music I want to play. If you click on the Chrome extension, this is what it looks like. All you have to do is click on Start Capture and it's going to start recording. So I'm going to just play a quick snippet of my video and take a look at how this works. I'm going to play. Okay. So once I'm done recording that audio, I click on Save Capture, and what it's going to do is it's going to essentially save that file as an audio note onto my computer. So what I want to do is to get it into my Google Slide. I can't just automatically import audio into my Google Slide. I have to first put it into my Google Drive. So if you go into your Google Drive and you just click on New and File Upload, you're basically just going to go ahead and upload that audio file that you just created. Once you upload that audio file, you're just going to go ahead and give it a click, and we're just going to quickly adjust the share settings. So we're going to click on our Google snowman icon, and if you click on share, we're basically just going to go ahead and make sure that it's open so that anyone at Rice Schools can access, and we're going to click on done. When we're ready to import it into our Google Slide, you're simply going to click on insert. We're going to click on audio, and it's going to basically take us straight to our Google Drive. You're going to click on that audio note, and it automatically is going to insert as a little button. Now, what I like about this for our virtual calming room is that you have the ability when you click on it to say, well, I want it to play automatically, or I only want it to play when you click on it. That can be up to you. And if you click on loop audio, it'll basically continue to play for as long as a student is on this slide. So basically, when you're in your classroom, all you have to do is click on slideshow and it'll automatically play. So you can see in just a matter of minutes, we have a virtual calming room created. You can see here, music is going to play automatically. You can put a timer on, and then you have your directions for what you want students to do. So again, either use any of these pre-made templates or feel free to create your own.